What's going on, guys? It's me, Semi-Mong, and today we're going to be going through the currently available races within Crowfall, what they look like, what their models are like, and we're going to start it off with the Knight, or what seems to be the standard human. So, as you can see, nothing too special about this guy. He comes with some shorts, belt, and a shirt. But it is one of the only currently available races that you can actually customize. So let me just go ahead and sacrifice myself, drink this special little potion, and watch me topple over. So if we go into the customization and click next, you can see that you can get a few different styles, like sort of beard styles, hairstyles, and hair color as well. So it does allow for a bit of freeform customization. Let's select a busky beard. Let's go for the long drapey hair. And let's just change the colour, and let's just have a quick gander at that. Change the skin colour, something to a bit darker. Let's go for that. Confirm. Let me get rid of my UI, and let's have a gander. Oh my god. Oh. Something's gone wrong here. I can see his mouth. That's not right. Oh no, what's going on? Alright, so you can see with the customization, it really does only affect his face and his head. You can't really change anything to do with his torso or his legs. It would be nice to see some sliders, potentially increase his height, increase his shoulder width and stuff like that. But to start off as a basic race as a human, it does look really sort of finished and tidy as a model in itself. Right, let's go select the other ones. I'm going to have to sacrifice myself every time, aren't I? Something to note is that the half-elf, the Nefari, the Fae, the Wood Elf, the High Elf, and the Half-Giant. Oh no, the Half-Giant is implemented. So it is just these 5 that aren't implemented. And I believe, the Stoneborn is the one that's also not implemented. So let's just go straight on to the next one, the Half-Giant. Is there any customization? There is currently no customization for the Half-Giant. I honestly believe it is just the Knight, the race, the human, that you can customize at the moment. So let me just, it's doing it again. I've monged out. Oh, there we go. So this guy is pretty much just a standard human race, but a little bit bigger. Is I'm guessing it's a half giant. A human and a giant have been, going at it. But once again, if they added in sliders for the customization on the humans, this is something they'll be able to do anyway. So you could technically make your own half giant, but then it does bring to mind that if they've already got a half giant, as you can see, which is a little bit taller, broader shoulders, that in-depth customization won't be coming, but at least there's a ton of different races to pick out of. So let's go pick another one. As you can see, it's pretty muscular at the back. It's got like a little droby waist thing for a belt, bit of armor on the sides as well. But something to note is that compared to, say, other MMOs, is that a lot of the races you'll find are just different types of humanoids, whereas now that we're getting into these bottom ones, you can see there's a ton of different types of races that you wouldn't necessarily see in other MMOs. Now, bear in mind, they're just different types of humanoids, but they're sort of for World of Warcraft, the reason they've avoided giants or the problems they've had with Taurens, their head shape, is because of the armor. They can't fit every piece of armor onto the character. But with Crowfall, you can see they've got so many different types of races, and the armor is really basic, so they can really sort of elaborate on what races they have, and that does show with the Elkin. So going with the same example, in World of Warcraft, they really are having troubles with the Tauren and actually getting their helmets to sort of fit the model, because obviously the horns, they've got the giant arched back on the back of their head for their neck, their back muscle, and it really just does cause problems. But with the Elkin, you can see that it would definitely cause problems if they had the same sort of armor styles as World of Warcraft, but because it's a really sort of basic armor style, they can just mold the armor around the model. And I think the only problem here is the antlers. They do look really cool. Once again, customization in the future would be amazing, just to be able to change a few of these antlers, change the deer's skin tones. Potentially you want to be a light Bambi deer, if you've ever seen that movie, and potentially change its height. I don't know, those legs look pretty elongated, to say the least. They look like tree trunks, literal, it's like he's got tree trunks on the bottom of his feet. That's insane. But let's go take a look at the other remaining few. I think they are just pretty standard, just humanoid type creatures, but obviously they are just so different from other MMOs. I've never seen a Minotaur. The closest thing I've seen, once again, is the Tauren. But I just can't think. Orcs, humans, gnomes, dwarfs are all just standard humanoid types. Crowfall's really pushing the boat out there and trying to get you to play different sort of races. Go with the fantasy theme, Look at this. Once again, like, I would love to be able to change the horns, customizations, have the horns front facing, so you can actually charge at people. I know one of these races has an ability to charge, or will have. Nice little bull ring there. And in terms of sort of graphics and style, it is very a mixture of cartoony and not. Just looking at that beard, you can see how it's not like fine detail. You can't see every particular hair on him, and it is really just sort of blocky and cartoony, but it goes so well. It honestly does. Like, I can't imagine anything else. I'm actually saying that. Nah. You want to keep the style how it is. Potentially being able to change some of the markings on his shoulders, on his back and chest. That would be something to think about in the future. Unfortunately, he is a hunchback like all the orcs of MMOs, which is something to worry about. You don't want to be a hunchback in an MMO. I'm telling you. There we go, now I can turn around. You can see he's got the best sort of starting outfit of them all. Look at that. He's got the tidy jeans. He's got the done-up button shirt. He's got the waistcoat and the little, I don't know what that thing is, going around his shoulder. His little strap. Let's call it a strap. And, of course, he's got the waist as well. Guys, that is all of the current races and their customization, or lack of customization at the moment. It is only humans that are currently in the game being able to customize. But that is all of the available races at the moment. When all of these future ones are implemented, I will be sure to come back and check them out. But just as a sort of heads up, I'm guessing these half-elves, wood-elves, and high-elves will just be humanoid models with pointy ears or different features. The Stoneborn is something I'm really looking forward to. I'm thinking it'll be like some form of dwarf, but with really hard skin, stony skin. And then the Fae and the Fari, I have no idea. I'm thinking of little woodland creatures, something like that. Something to match the height of the guinea pig. Else, everyone would just go for the guinea pig because he's got the height advantage. Obviously, the smaller hitbox within the battlefield. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I will be sure to reply and get involved. Thanks for all of the support, and I shall see you in the next video.